I'm going to show you the process that you need to follow here in the Houston area to make sure that your air conditioner unit condensation lines don't get clogged, or try to prevent them from getting clogged with mold. It's really simple. What you need to do is to pour chlorine in those condensation lines. I'll show you the process. First, you need to make sure that you go into the attic, because there is where the air conditioner units are. But before going there to the attic, I'm gonna show you the reason why we're gonna do this. I need to show you here underneath this sink, according to the coding or building construction, I don't even know what the terminology is. The condensating line or condensation line or lines, depending on how many units you have, are typically attached to one of the bathroom sinks. So what happens is that all the water that comes down this line, there's going to be a lot of moisture that at some point mold and mildew is going to build up into the rest of the pipeline, and at some point that is going to develop a clog. We're going to go into the attic. Let me turn on the light, and we're going to locate where the air conditioner units are. In this case, there are 1, 2, and 3 different air conditioner units. Now, what you need to do is to locate this type of pipes. They typically have a removable cap. And what we're gonna do is to pour some chlorine, and the measure that I usually bring is this much. I just got it from one of the irons for the clothes, to iron the clothes, and I typically fill it up to the top and just pour it here the way that I'm gonna show you. But before that, you need to pay attention to this, because I don't know if you can see it, but there's a condensation line, or not a condensation line, but one of the pipes right there. And you need to locate the 3 of them. Like in this case, there are 3 air conditioner units. You have to locate them. So this is one, and the second one, if I remember, I usually do this every quarter, and then the other one is there. So I'll show you how to pour it. And remember, this is the product, Clorox. And chlorine, what it's gonna do is to somehow clean and prevent and eliminate all the mildew, mold and mildew. So what you do is just, or what I do, is just to fill it up, my measure cup, pour the chlorine into the line, put the cap back on, and that's pretty much it. That way you can somehow prevent mold and mildew buildup. We were living in this house for probably 3-4 months. My bathroom sinks all of a sudden started having water coming up and not going down. So that's what we learned, was that there was one of the drain pipes that got clogged with the mold and mildew, and our friend Freddie, the plumber, told us that to prevent that buildup, we need to do this. He recommends every month. I typically do it just every 3 months, and I'm going to show you why. Because in addition to pouring the chlorine in those condensation lines, I also do it directly into each of the sinks. I'll show you. I want to show you something that I think is really important, because I heard a couple of stories, but I just pour the chlorine in this condensation line, and as you can see, everything's surrounded by the insulation product. You have to really be careful. Don't step on the insulation product. Where I'm stepping is on the beams, and I've heard stories of people stepping on the insulation and of course going through the roof. So I was telling you, Freddie told me that we should do this every month at the air conditioned units drain lines, but I don't like to go upstairs every month. So what I do, I just go every quarter. And then what I'll do is I pour the chlorine directly into the sink, and that'll help also cleaning that up the drain line and preventing the mold and mildew to build up. I hope this helps. Hopefully that is gonna help keeping your drain pipelines free of any mold and mildew clogs. Keep in mind, Clorox every month or every quarter. Put it on the air conditioner unit's condensation line, and if you want to do like I do it, put it also directly into the sink of each sink, not only the one that is attached to the condensating line. So I'm gonna be doing my round around the house, every single sink. I'm gonna be pouring it. I also do it on the shower drain. I also pour some chlorine there, and that's pretty much it.